Hey guys, Kyle from Z1 Off-Road here. Today I'm going to show you how to service a 9-speed transmission in your Nissan Titan. I'm going to use the Z1 service toolkit. It has all the pieces to help you do this service, and we have the transmission pan and the gasket is included with the pan, and then you can also get the bolts that mount the pan to the transmission. Those are highly recommended to be replaced at the same time. And we also have the Motul ATF6 fluid that we're going to use. And then I have a fluid transfer pump. All right, now that we're in the vehicle, we're going to remove this skid plate, plastic skid plate, using a 12mm socket. Front ones you don't have to pull out all the way. This is slotted, so you can just slide that out. All right, so we have the service toolkit. The first part of the toolkit you're gonna use is this guy. It's gonna fit up into this little plug, and you're gonna turn it counterclockwise until it pushes the plug out. It is gonna leak some fluid. That's what this cup is for. Then you're gonna find the mark on the pan that says that has 2 on it, which is, this is 4, 3, 2, and it's in the closed position now. So this little flag on this tool is going to be pointed at closed, and I'm going to turn it to drain. Transmission pan bolts are E-Torx. It's an E10. I'm just gonna loosen that one up. All right, so all I'm doing is just going around the perimeter of the pan, just loosening up the bolt. Looks like it's just one bolt holding it now. All right, so I would say while the pan is draining, you can remove these braces from the frame. May not be necessary to do this one too, but we're already here and we have the tools, so this one is not slotted. So you gotta take the bolts all the way out. While you have the pan off, I would recommend cleaning this surface off. There is some mud buildup, and you don't want to knock that into the new pan or into the transmission. So taking care not to get any lint or any dirt inside the transmission, I would wipe this surface down. We can prep transferring the pieces over to the new pan. The new pan does not come with this guy or your valve, so you have to transfer all of that. So now that we have the old pan and the new pan side by side, you're going to transfer these pieces over. You're going to have to take special care not to damage the part you're transferring over. You just need to pry these little tabs out of the way. And this guy just snaps into place. There we go. Good luck with that. That's gonna be tough. But that part's easy. Yeah, so they just bend over. They're pretty stiff. You don't want to break the new one, but I guess if you're using a new pan, not a big deal if you snap it to get out of the way. Just try not to damage the valve. All right, we have the new pan. Gonna install that. Try not to scrape any dirt into the new pan. Put it back up in. There we go. Just snaps into place. All right, I got one bolt kind of holding it up there now. Okay, so all I'm doing right now is just going around the perimeter, just starting each bolt until it touches the pan. All right, so next step is you're gonna have to use a inch-pound torque wrench. I just have a split beam gear wrench torque wrench. I got a pretty long extension, it's probably a little bit of an overkill on it. But I'm just gonna go to 35. You're just gonna wanna go in a crisscross pattern, so you can start here, over here, work to the corners, just kind of work your way around to 35 inch-pounds. I already did this one, but I want to double check. Yeah, this is the one that slipped out of my hand. Just gonna go around and make sure they're all 35. Make sure I didn't miss any. So you're gonna go 95 degrees. Once you're torqued to 35 inch-pounds, you're gonna go 95 degrees. Oh, we're gonna go roughly there. There. So we went around and did our first torque sequence at 35 inch-pounds, then went around, did 95 degrees. I went back and I checked with my torque wrench, and that's roughly 60 inch-pounds. So I would recommend following that order, just crisscross, 35 inch-pounds, do a rough 90 degrees, and then you can go back around. If you have torque wrench that goes to 60 inch-pounds, I would just go around and double check that they are around 60 inch-pounds. So back to the first tool that we use from the Z1 9-speed kit. You're going to pull this plug out of the new pan. You just need to insert this tool back into the pan, kind of snaps into place. This is closed position. 2 was drain, that's where we were at initially. Kind of snaps in place. I don't know if it's the O-ring that gives it that interference, but it has a nice little fit there. You just kind of push it up in until it clicks into place. And you're gonna take these two pieces, they're gonna go together like so. And then this goes back up into the pan. Could start with doing stuff. The pump is all hooked up, got 5 quarts of fluid in it. We're gonna hook this quick connect up, turn our valve on, make sure these are all tight. Once all the pressure is relieved out of this, we can close this valve, and we have fluid coming out. So that means the pan is full. Once it comes back down to a trickle, we can set it in the closed position and install the plug in the pan, and we can start the vehicle. There we go. So you're gonna set it to close and then remove the tool. And then you're gonna grab this piece and you're gonna reinsert it into the pan. Make sure it's all set. It looks good. And then it's time for us to start the engine and let it idle for a few minutes. And then we'll come back down and check the level. All right, so ran the truck for a little while, got it nice and warm. The temperature's supposed to be, the temperature is supposed to check the fluid and set it at. We're gonna pull this plug. Valve is closed, so we'll insert it in the closed position. It should lock in. There it is. And then we're gonna turn this little tab, I call it a flag, turn it towards 3. That's the overfill. There we go. That needs another change. All right, so I'm gonna put this so it is one steady stream back into 3. And we'll just allow this to come down to a trickle. Now that we got fluid level set, I've installed the plug into the pan. You just go until it kind of clicks into place. You don't want to over torque it, you don't want to break it. Once you're done with that, you can set all the tools aside. Now it's time to install frame bracing that we took off. And that's everything. So once you got everything buttoned up, we'll take it on a short drive, make sure you don't have any leaks, and you should be good to go. Hope this video was helpful. You can get this 9-speed service kit off of z1offroad.com.